Shalom, shalom. This is Shalomah from the Great Millstone Atlanta Camp. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect. Excuse me. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth who are today mainly Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans, and also the Israelite foreigners. To you all, I say shalom, and this is going to be a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai Shai. I ran into this article here on this the end of the American Dream website, and I go here and just read up on a few things here once in a while. But this particular article caught my attention because we're all kind of like thinking alike as far as everything that's going on and what's going on over there in the Middle East with the Israelis and Palestine and Gaza and Iran and all of those. So, of course, Trump has signed a peace deal over there that ended the war. The prisoners have been released, not prisoners, but people that was kidnapped or whatever you want to call it. They was released on both sides, and Trump is really proud, saying that it's been hundreds and thousands of years of fighting, and this has never been done, and finally people can dance in the streets and live peaceably. And so basically he's saying that he pretty much ended the war and got everything on track over there, which I actually think things are gonna get a whole lot worse fast. Of course, the scriptures say, when he shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon him like travail upon a woman. And that's what it seems like what's about to happen over there. Now, it's, they looking at Hamas, which they say is a terrorist group organization. But if you listen to what Trump was saying, he was saying that they put out the fire. He said, but there are a bunch of other little fires that they have to put out. He said he's not going to talk about it right now, but he's like, there's some other things they got to work on over there. So they pretty much trying to rebuild that whole area. Basically control it. Because now they're going to rebuild Gaza. And Trump mentioned that it's going to be pretty much governed by America. He didn't say, it wasn't those exact words, but he said it was going to be governed by some type of, United States leader or something. But I'm going to read this article. First, I want to read this scripture in Daniel 8. I haven't read this scripture in a minute, but just listen to it. It says in verse 25, and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hands. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that the prince of princes is talking about Yahweh Shai, because he's the king of kings. And we're the prince of the power, Yasha Allah, prince of the power, Israel. But, brothers, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's talking about Yahweh Shai, because, Yahweh Shai is going to come back and these armies are going to still try and fight him. Even though he's going to come back with all this glory and all this might and power, and they don't stand a chance, but they're still going to try and fight. But the main thing I wanted to point out, it says, he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. And this article, it says, in order for peace to be taken away, a state of peace must exist first. It says, because now they have peace over there and it hasn't been peace. So now the peace is about to be taken away. That's what it seems like they're trying to mention in this article. So I'm going to read it. It's not that long. It says, has the stage been set for something really big, really big to happen? After I posted my article about the end of the war in Gaza, I started reflecting on what it might mean in the grand scheme of things. Suddenly, it dawned on me that in order for peace to be taken away, a state of peace must exist first. That may sound obvious to many of you, but the realization blew me away. I have been waiting for peace to be taken from the Middle East, but a state of peace did not exist until this week. War has been raging for years, but now things are finally calm. I shared this with Miranda, and she was blown away too. Once peace is taken from the Middle East, I expect several other conflicts to dramatically erupt as well. We really are living in a time of wars and rumors of wars, and the months ahead are going to be interesting, to say the least. And I totally agree, because now that they have set up peace, and everything is like it's controlled by the United States. United States is highly hated amongst these other countries. As far as Iran and a lot of the Muslim countries over there, and then you have Russia, China, North Korea, which is backing Iran. So just think, United States bombed Qatar. So basically just going after this small group, you had two major countries come in and start just, going to war over there and bombing people and killing innocent people. Now, if that happened on American soil, if something happened in China and they say that it was an American behind it, and they have Chinese hostages and all of this stuff, and China and Russia teamed up and just started bombing America, you got to look at it both ways. So America don't see like that. They see that, they just proud. America is highly proud and think that they can just go around destroying and killing everything. But that was the article. So yeah, I really think the same thing. I'm thinking that it's going to be something really big happen over there. That way, everyone is going to be involved, and that's when all the troops are going to be sent over. Of course, the scriptures speak on it. And I'm just going to pull it real quick. Joel 2:20. It says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army. It's talking about the United States Army. Because, it wasn't no America back then. So it just says the land of the north when it's talking about America. Or it says Babylon, or daughter of Babylon, or spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Different names for America in the scriptures. It says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, and I will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face towards the east sea, which is Euphrates River, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea, which is the Red Sea. So this talking about over there in Saudi Arabia. It says, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things. And that's true. A lot of things. America has done a lot of things over there in the Middle East, going back from the 90s. With the with the Gulf War, and then you had not the Gulf War. It was what was it with Saddam Hussein? It's like I forgot the name of that particular war, but this new one with Bush was the Gulf War. The son Bush, Bush Senior was it was another war over there. So yeah, just adding all of these things up, and it was all about money, resources. It always is. It's not about, where this person did this and they're a terrible person. No, it's about agreements. And Trump even said that when he was talking about Iran, he said they should have just stuck to the agreement. It was a good agreement, and they didn't stick to it. So because of that, that's when they went and bombed those nuclear facilities. But it's going to come a time where, as a matter of fact, let's go up a little bit. Let's talking about the missiles. Chapter 3 and verse verse 11. It says, "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause my mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat or Jehoshaphat. For there I will sit and judge all the heathen round about." So the Lord is going to drive these heathen nations and America over there in Saudi Arabia for war. So yeah, something big is going to happen over there. Something's really big is going to happen over there. And now United States saying that, there's no more war over there. But guess what? They say when you shall cease from, let me see, I'm going to get it in Isaiah. Let me see, is it Isaiah 19? No. I think it's Isaiah. Is it 33? Yep. Isaiah 33 and 1 says, "Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, that dealest treacherously, and they dealt treacherously, not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee." All right. So that's what's going to happen. And the United States is going to be forced to go over there and fight. It's going to be all hell breaking loose on American soil, civil wars, all kind of different wars going on over here, sedition. And we seeing that now. You got troops in these cities, and then you got conflict overseas. So all of these things are brewing, and it's just causing nothing but prophecy to take place. So yeah, something's big is going to happen over there. The scriptures speak on it. We just don't know when, but now it's seen sooner than ever. All right. The average person, just like the guy that wrote this article, the average person is seeing that something's big is about to happen in the world. On top of other big events. Look at how big these earthquakes been lately. Scriptures speak on that. All the signs in the heavens. So scriptures speak on that. The dollar collapsing, the mark of the beast being implemented. Scriptures most definitely speak on that. So all of these things, everything is closing in, and all prophecies are speaking loud and clear right now. So yeah, we are waiting on something big to happen, and it's going to happen. So with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honor to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us his truth. Shalom to the elect.